And we are live. Welcome to Mediaverse Podcast. We are your podcast for all things gaming, music, movies, pop culture, etc. I am one of two hosts, Kyle, and as always, my other host, Chris. How you
How's it
doing today?
going? Doing good, man.
That's good. Oh, by the way, I forgot to add one more thing to movie news. So sorry, this is like last minute. So we'll put that into later. Today we're going to be talking about the gaming industry a little bit. Some casting in DC news. The Pokemon Direct just happened, and also speaking of Pokemon, Reggie Fils-Aime has retired. Our bodies was not ready for this.
What's the main topic, Kyle?
The main topic is going to be Kingdom Hearts 3. So, in our review and our
spoiler discussion.
Yep, full spoiler discussion. So, as soon as you hear this and you haven't completed the game, get out of here. Just go.
You've been warned.
Yes, you have been warned about. I can't even think of a good thing. Anyway, let's get into the topic at hand. Let's start off with gaming first. There was a poll that was taken today. Well, this involves with Activision and EA, and apparently Activision and EA are the most overpaid CEOs in the top 100 of the United States of America.
I mean, it's not surprising.
It isn't.
If you look at how much money those two companies make, I know how much the internet seems to hate loot boxes, but people are buying them like crazy. And it is stupid that they laid off staff where it's just like, maybe you could have taken a pay cut or something to keep your staff. But
I mean, this just proves you could have taken a pay cut,
It's corporate greed, man.
I mean, they need to afford that third yacht they buy.
I mean, it's just how it is, dude. Like,
I mean, Bobby Kotick, the CEO of Activision, also is a seat holder of Coca-Cola, I found out recently.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that they make that much money. It's insane.
I mean, if Bobby Kotick did take a pay cut, I think he'd be just fine.
I mean, they'd all just be fine. But, at the end of the day, they're probably just not really thinking that way. Because, the corporate culture is completely different. In the United States of America, just because it's, for the most part, when you get to that level, you're trying to make as much money as you possibly can, even though it's like just, amounts of money you and me will probably never see in our lives. Like,
nope, we will never see that. It's just kind of.
Maybe somehow in some way. I mean, it's pretty cool that you could get to that level possibly, but it is insane how much money these people are making.
Yeah, it's like, and now like with this being, show and everything, a lot of people are like, Satoru Iwata didn't make that much money as a CEO because he lives in Japan, but he still made cuts, and he did not do this once, but twice.
Different corporate culture, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in Japan, there's more of a loyalty to your company and, helping. I mean, granted, I'm sure in Japan there's a bunch of other, like, sleazy businessmen, too, that are taking advantage of stuff. But, I mean, Satoru Iwata was, like, a really loyal company man,
Yeah.
Old-fashioned, wanted to do what's right by the people working for him, so...
And he also believed in the product too. Like he literally said, like, if we lay away people, this will affect our product. And he's right.
Oh, it affect the staff morale too.
Yeah. The difference though is he did not just do it. It was also Shigeru Miyamoto took a cut, and all these other people did too.
Yeah. But it was a lot of the higher ups at Nintendo when the Wii U wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
I mean, in Activision Blizzard's case and even EA's case, technically they're not doing bad. The thing is, they're just not making as much money as they want to make.
Yeah,
which their growth has gone to a crazy level that a lot of people say is like they can't keep that growth up every year. But it's hard to say because right now, as much as everybody hates those loot boxes,
they make the money.
There are a shit ton of people buying them. Like,
yeah, and also one of my friends told me apparently that as soon as Activision introduced those loot boxes in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, oh my god, they were getting so much shit from the Call of Duty community. Apparently, they had to remove them.
I'm sure because that game started off with like nothing in it.
Yeah.
At least for microtransactions, but it did have that crazy season pass you told me about.
Yeah, and that's for Blackouts mode too. But also, here's the funny thing I just found out. Yeah. So, like, here's something that no one realizes. It made $50 million. Blackout 4. It made more money than Red Dead Redemption when it first came out, and then all of a sudden, it's Activision. That's great and all, but we could do better than that.
Yeah.
But that's corporate greed, and they were smart to just put it away. Wait until until the review period was gone.
I mean, eventually people will wise up to the live services games. Not everybody has the time to play a live service game. In fact, in high school, I can't even imagine myself contributing a shit ton of money to these type of games, but who knows, maybe it would be different if I was younger growing up with those type of games.
Yeah.
That I would feel like, okay, I got to buy boxes in Call of Duty or something.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to tell you, Anthem, apparently they got to make 6 million. They got to sell 6 million copies within 6 weeks.
Yeah, they have like a mid-March deadline.
And apparently it's not doing that good.
That game has so much bad press.
And that game had a lot of potential.
The gameplay and the suits look really cool.
Yeah.
But I hear that's kind of it. I watched like a gameplay video of it, and I can see why people think it's boring because just watching it, you just kind of like float there shooting at like this like crab, and it takes a lot of hits for the freaking crab to go down. And I always think it's weird when you like shoot an enemy and you have like HP. Granted, like one of my favorite games is kind of like that with Parasite Eve, but it just seems so weird. It reminds me of like Borderlands.
I love Borderlands.
I feel like enemies went down faster in Borderlands than they look like they do in Anthem.
Yeah. I mean, the best, like the game that does the best, I still hate to say this, like, and I don't want to give EA any money. I'm not saying stay away from EA, but if you're looking for a game that perfected the whole like environment and like games as a service, go for Warframe. The suits are great. They give you choices. And the game is free. I threw some money at it and don't regret it because I knew the money was going towards the game and the developers to actually make really good games.
Yeah. There's even that Apex Legend game people are talking about, which is actually made by EA. So go figure. Yeah.
Which I actually would recommend, go figure. And I'm not a big Battle Royale. But what's funny thing though is EA wasn't even involved with that game at all.
Yeah.
Like Respawn's just like, we don't want nothing to do with you. Just help us get us here. And we will pretty much just say, we will help you make a shit ton of money. And also you got to make it free. What is this free? I really wonder what that press board was like. Like what is free? It's like, where you get the game out, it justifies microtransactions, but we make more, but you got to make more money off microtransactions. Yeah. But we want that extra $60. Like that's kind of how I feel right now.
But anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
THQ Nordic is buying more IPs now, which I'm going to say this, we got to look out for this company. It's going to be huge. Also, this company also knows like, yeah, we did great and we're not going to go any further.
Can you answer me a question?
Yes.
What does THQ Nordic make and why do they have so much money to spend? Is it just straight up from investors that they're
I think it's from investors. Like THQ Nordic, like originally was just called Nordic, and they bought the rest of the leftovers of THQ. So they figured, oh well, everybody knows what THQ is, so why don't we just call ourselves THQ Nordic? And
right.
So that's sort of like kind of how it works. and they bought most of the IPs. They recently bought up the company, the Kingdom Come company, which
I'm not too familiar with their work, but I know they have like a lot of weird games. I think they own like Time Splitters and stuff like that.
That's because, well, here's the thing: they bought up the company called Deep Silver, which is in Europe, which they own the publisher of that and the developers of that too.
Interesting.
So they bought up, like, they pretty much just bought back, crazy twisted way, Versatile Games, which developed Saints Row on THQ, Metro as well, and they pretty much just bought a lot of things, and also THQ Nordic. We'll talk about this later on. Got themselves a little bit in trouble recently.
So their strategy seems to be kind of completely different than like EA, Activision, Ubisoft, because it seems like they're not making some like big game every year. They're kind of just doing a bunch of like smaller releases and mostly re-releases from what I've seen of their output.
Yeah, pretty much the best way I could sum this up is that they're more about the short term, not the short term, but the long term. So they're trying to build up like a following and everything. So like, for example, they own Darksiders, and they said, well, that did really well, guys. We didn't make that much money, but we did well. We did not make ass loads of money. We didn't get all the money, but we made a good amount of money.
I wonder, since they're buying up so much property, as broadband gets better, do you think they're thinking about maybe having some sort of game streaming app someday? Because they're getting a huge library, and I wonder if that's kind of what their long-term thinking is like, we're going to buy all this stuff, we're going to re-release it, but we're going to hang on to it, and then release some sort of streaming game app.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I mean, especially since apparently, this is a news topic that I don't think we had on the list, but, you might be able to get Game Pass on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
which is insane.
Yeah. Also, THQ Nordic, they have here's a great plan they thought of. Speaking of Switch, they're putting Saints Row the Third on Nintendo Switch.
Why don't they just put all three though?
Well, think of it this way. I think this is their strategy of going, hey, I guess they wanted to see how the Switch environment is, so they figured we'll put an exclusive on the Switch, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to put that exclusive on the Switch. The Switch doesn't even have a Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. Saints Row always does great when it's like, this is what we're going to play before Grand Theft Auto comes out. So
I think it's a matter of time before Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out on the Switch.
It wouldn't surprise me. It's just depending on the cartridge size, Nintendo making them cheaper. But
that is true.
But like I said, right now it is a smart plan for them, because it's like, well, I don't have GTA. Well, now I can bring this anywhere I want to go and have GTA action where I want. The awkward part is having that dildo bat while you're on the bus.
That's true, especially if they release number 4. Number 4 is crazy.
Number 4 is not as crazy as it's crazy with superpower, but maturity, number 3 is the crazy one.
Yeah, but number 4, you're the president of Earth, and you get invaded by aliens. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that is true. And then the third one, you get abducted by from the devil in hell, and you have to go for a Disney musical. I'm not kidding.
Oh man.
Yeah, and you're not playing as yourself. You're literally playing as 2 of your supporting characters. And I was like, and they did the song, and I'm like, well, that's where they blew their budget.
Those games sound pretty awesome. I've seen a good chunk of them. I've even played a little bit of Saints Row 4.
I would recommend them, Chris. Especially if you're not I don't like GTA because it's serious, but I want something that's not so serious, but I can enjoy myself a little bit. As long as I have the room locked, I think you'd be fine with that game.
Yeah. But anyway.
Let's
move on.
Let's see. Well, I guess we can go into Nintendo news now.
All right.
We'll start off with the big one, then we'll go into the our body wasn't Reggie wasn't ready for this one.
Yeah.
Reggie Fils-Aime is retiring.
Which, honestly, good for him.
Yeah, no, good for him.
Put in 15 years of work. He honestly was just a advertising guy that he's kind of like at least America's video game Stan Lee.
Yeah, no, ways. I agree. I agree. He's like the American version of Nintendo's Shigeru Miyamoto. He's there. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, but the weird part is he didn't make games.
He didn't make games. I'm just saying,
he just like sold games.
Yeah,
but I mean, an icon in general.
Yeah, yeah.
When did you first see Reggie? Because I think you saw him the first time I saw him.
You mean
on the same place?
You mean when he was talking about I'm here to make games, kicking ass, and taking names?
Yeah, but where did you watch that back in the day?
I think I remembered it. Like I was watching it on IGN.
Really? Because I remember seeing that on G4.
Oh yeah, G4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I saw that like on G4, and I was just like, who is this Nintendo guy?
This guy looks like he could rip my throat. He sounds like he could rip my throat.
It was at a time too where I guess it was around the GameCube era he came in.
Yeah, literally near the end.
Right around the time when we were in high school. I had GameCube, but at that time I was hardcore PlayStation guy.
I was hardcore GameCube guy, but then I got PlayStation, got into that. But the GameCube is still has a good.
Oh, I love the GameCube, man. I love them both. It's stupid to be a fanboy. If you can enjoy everything, enjoy everything. Don't pick a side because you don't have to.
Yeah, really don't have to. Like, I get why, you know?
Yeah.
Like, now we're like mature people that see everything a lot better. We don't think console wars anymore.
Plus we have income now.
Yeah. Yeah. And also the game industry has started maturing up a little bit too.
Yeah, I guess. But not the people, the loud voices on the internet, but we're not here to talk about them.
Nah, but Reggie, also don't forget Reggie before he was part of Nintendo, he was part of Pizza Hut.
Was he Pizza Hut or was he Domino's?
He was Pizza Hut, and you know the Bigfoot pizza?
Yeah.
He was the one who came up with that.
Really? So did he have anything to do with Pizza Face?
Nope.
Okay, Pizza Face was before him.
Nope. He was definitely to do with Pizza Face. I was like looking at this. I was like, wow. Are you? Yeah, he's like, yeah, why don't we introduce a Bigfoot pizza about this big? You know, and then we went to Nintendo. He was never really a gaming guy. Like once he went to Nintendo, he was like, this is my true calling.
Yeah. So, I just remember a few things recently, like with Star Fox Zero, and they had the puppet version of Miyamoto, Reggie, and we just said his name and it totally escapes me right now.
Mr. Iwata. Iwata.
Yeah.
My favorite part of Reggie, it's like Nintendo 63, Nintendo 64. Are you ready? My puppet body is ready. I love that. I mean, it's more freak. I think I like that more than the freaky them transforming into the Star Fox crew. But still, I love that because it was just tongue in cheek.
Man, the other thing I remember too, man, the Wii U era, even though nobody bought the system except me and you, they had some awesome stuff in that era. Like the Robot Chicken sketch with Reggie.
Oh, come on, Reggie. Come on, Reggie. Give us Mother 3. How about I give you this? Boing.
Yeah, it just throws the fireball at the guy. It's so good.
What's funny though is Reggie kind of promised Mother 3, and just imagine. This is just something I talked about, like someone did on their other podcast. Just imagine there's a video like a Nintendo Direct out of nowhere, and Reggie just goes off and just goes, "Why not?" and just goes all the way back and goes back in the elevator, goes all the way to top of Nintendo HQ, Nintendo America, and just hits the button, go release Mother 3. Just
nuts.
And then all of a sudden it's downloaded ready. It's like that'd be Reggie's last day. But we gotta talk about his replacement though, because he is worthy.
He has the name.
Yep. Jug Bowser. I have welcomed our new overlord as of right now.
It's funny. I don't know too much about this guy, but
he seems like a fun guy.
I heard something that he was kind of responsible for a lot of the marketing of the Switch in the United States, and that's kind of why he's getting the job.
Yeah, he's also trying to make it more like marketing towards the casuals, but Nintendo Japan's also saying, yeah, you can market casual, but also make sure, we have to show them we also have these games too,
Yeah, well, you gotta get the casuals.
Yeah, you got to. I'm not saying like don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you definitely have to make, marketing any video game system, you got to make it so it is approachable to newcomers.
Yeah. So like hopefully like he does, and he seems like the type of guy. Before he worked for Nintendo, he worked with EA for like 4 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he seems like he has more fun at Nintendo than EA because like there he felt they were more of a corporate rival, while Nintendo's more of a company that's like, hey, come here, we're fun,
EA has been voted like something like the worst company to work for in America 2 years in a row or something.
And they got their Golden Turd Award.
Yeah.
Which they were not really happy about.
But anyway, Reggie, good for you. Retiring.
If you're watching this video,
get a captain's hat.
It.
Get a sailboat. Just sail the seas.
And play nothing but Nintendo games along the way. I could see that happen. Get some Mario characters with you just to make yourself feel memeing of reality.
Yeah. Who knows? Yep. Maybe he'll become like Nintendo's Jon Stewart, where, Jon Stewart is retired, but every once in a while he'll just show up on the Colbert Tonight Show for some reason. He'll just show up on Nintendo Directs not wearing a suit anymore. He just has a big beard.
I could see that actually being like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, and Miyamoto's like, well, I'm introducing a new Mario. Do you want me to help you? It's like, yeah, sure. So it's like, we're here to do Mario Party, Super Mario Party 2. He's like in a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, he will be missed.
Yeah, he will be. He will be. And then before we get to the big Nintendo Direct stuff, Melee is being dropped from Evo this year.
Oh no, a 27-year-old game is being dropped from a fighting game. Kyle, you know more about this than me. People have made me not like Smash Brothers because of competitiveness.
Yeah.
So why are people playing
I think it was because of like how fast paced it is and how frantic it is.
Why are people playing a 17-year-old game still?
And plus, it's really easy. And plus, I was also, I was trying to get that. Like when I played Brawl, it was really slow and had tripping. Then they tried to fix that, and like play Smash Brothers 4, which I still love. I still love that game. It's a little floaty. You can still get back. Like,
isn't Smash 4 the same thing as Smash Ultimate?
No,
Smash Ultimate's better because it has more characters.
No, Smash 4 is a lot different. Like, it's not floaty anymore. It's like the in between Melee and Smash 4. Like, anybody could pick it up while still being like, accessible for anybody.
Okay.
But Melee was like kind of like, if you could master this game, then you're like a godsend.
Yeah, because Melee had that wave dash thing.
Which is
that if you could do it, you would be essentially like insanely good at the game. Yeah.
Yeah. And seeing the short, like the wave dash and how they play games, it is like insane.
It's cool to watch.
Yeah.
I will admit the community seems a little toxic to me. Maybe just because I've had some interactions with the community, especially when I went to college. There's a lot of hardcore people playing Melee. That was the first time I heard like the Fox vs. Fox Final Destination, and I was like, oh, wow, you guys found a way to make this game not fun. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like, but Ultimate has arrived. Like, I'm able to hold my own against somebody. I actually beat somebody like that's really good at the game. I beat him twice somehow, and one of them was with the Piranha Plant.
Nice. Well, this is Smash
Ultimate. Yeah. So someone like me can hold my own against someone that's not like competitive, but I could play competitively with him. It's accessible to almost anybody.
Yeah.
But and like the new roster, they're gonna put, but they're also putting more room for other games. Like one of the games is one of the new games I'm actually excited for because I've been playing this one on the Switch, which is Samurai Warriors.
Really, they're putting Samurai Warriors.
Not Warriors, Samurai Showdown. Samurai Showdown. Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah, and like also a Fate Day Night game's gonna be in there too. So
interesting. Is like Soul Calibur 6 gonna be at like Evo?
Yep.
I really like Soul Calibur 6. Like,
and also
Dragon Ball Fighters.
That's gonna be there too.
Really? Because I thought there was some issue with fighters not going to be at tournaments, but it looks like it's back.
Yep, I guess Toei had to talk to them and be like, "Listen, we get that you own the properties to this, but this is a fighting game community. You can't just do that."
Maybe Bandai Namco is like, "Yo, listen, we got like more DLC we need you to sell, so get that shit at Evo."
But we own the. Shut up. like telling Toei to be like, "Listen, do you want more Dragon Ball?" Yes, and shushing them. And then here comes the big one. This is our
Detective Pikachu second trailer, right?
Yes, let's talk about that real quick.
I mean,
I was gonna save that for movie news, but
well, it's fine with Pokemon Nintendo news.
Yeah, we'll go into Pokemon.
This movie looks amazing. I think it might be my second most anticipated movie of the year.
What about John Wick?
It's tough, man. They come out like literally
right next to each other,
apart. So it's like I'll just see them both. But
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this because it just started showing more stuff. Like Ryan Reynolds even like did a like hilarious like video talking about how he got himself lost in the role of Pikachu and he method acted himself into existence. As soon as I found out that I became Detective Pikachu, I didn't pick up my daughter from school. I disappeared because Detective Pikachu doesn't know who my daughter is. It's like, and his wife is on there. It is so hilarious.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, he like did that. I mean, Mewtwo's is in the story, which I was like, okay, now you got my interest.
You had my interest from the first trailer. When before I saw the trailer, I was like, "What, Detective Pikachu? This is gonna be dumb." And then I'm like, "Oh,
it's Ryan Reynolds.
This is gonna be awesome."
Yeah, well, I put up like the pictures of all the nightmare fueled faces they put up, and my buddy said the best way about that A-Pump face. That A-Pump face is with the teeth, like monster face. It's like nightmare fuel. I'm like, yes, I agree with you.
That Ludicolo.
Yes, I was
pretty
about to
crazy.
Say, I'm like, yo, Ludicolo, get me a beer. I was like, that seemed like that Ludicolo was serving in a bar or something.
Or a diner or something like that.
Yeah. And that Mr. Mime.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
So I have one thing that I think might be possibly in the movie. What if the ending credits is Ryan Reynolds doing the Pokemon rap? But like with every Pokemon, and then he's just like, wait, how many are there?
They actually did that on College Rumor. It's like, we got your son here. Oh my God. It's like, I gotta pick up my cup. We got your son here? No, keep away. Put a gun to his head. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was rapping all the way up to, I think, Unova when that came out. It was so crazy.
Maybe it would just be the original 151. But
yeah. They do have
I think that Pokemon rap might be in the movie somehow.
I mean, I can imagine them doing like the Pokemon theme song from the US version. And Ryan Reynolds just like, you just see Ryan Reynolds like you see his closed face up with the microphone. I want to be the very best.
Maybe that, or like maybe the kid like turns on it and then like he's just like, yeah, that's not what it's really like.
Yeah. Gotta catch them all, baby. Like I just see that kid rapping, just like saying that.
But anyway,
you know that kid's actually. I found out that kid was actually in Jurassic World. The second.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy looks Justice Smith looks so familiar. Are you sure you're not related to Will Smith? Nope, he's not related to Will Smith. Oh, you're in Jurassic Park. All right, you're good for your role. All right, let's get to the main. Let's talk about the main meat of today because this just happened today. Pokemon Sword and Shield.
This is for the Nintendo Switch, not the 3DS. Nope. You know, I was dumb enough when I was watching the trailer. I was like, wow, this is a really good looking 3DS game. And I'm like, wait. I'm like, that's done. They're not making any more 3DS games.
Wow, that water looks so realistic.
Yeah, like for a second, I was like, man, I didn't know 3DS could do this. And it's like Nintendo Switch. And I'm like, yeah, of course, it's Nintendo Switch, you idiot.
Yeah. Well, Ultra Sun and Moon, they literally said they pushed the limit of that game on the 3DS of that. So, but this looks good. It's going to be in England, home of everything, including truffles.
Yeah, home to everything, including perverted killers, terrible food, and bad weather.
And very wank accents. And as you know, my grandmother was British.
And mine
Was
too.
British, so God rest her soul.
Yeah.
Love you, Grandma.
But this looks cool.
I-
The starters look good this time. I wasn't a big fan of Aloha.
I love the owl. That's the only way I like.
I like the bunny. The bunny looks cool.
I love the monkey.
So which
Why
one are you going to
is-
get, Kyle? Sword or shield?
I'm an edgelord, so I'm gonna get a sword.
You get a sword. I'm probably going to get a sword too, just because it's blue.
And plus look at the logo. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
Plus I'm really wondering what the Pokemon are gonna be like in that region besides the starters. Like it's in the industrial like revolution style. Like
Yeah, it kind of has like a steampunk aesthetic to it with like a lot of gears and stuff.
which this is a good thing because like ever since like Kalos, they've been really trying to differentiate themselves from every region. Like I always felt like each region almost felt a little bit like the same, except for Unova because I had a lot of cities in there.
I love Unova. Like
Well,
Black and White is probably my favorite generation besides the first generation.
and believe it or not, Chris, a lot of people are starting to appreciate Black and White now
Good.
because like they didn't realize how good the story was actually in that game.
Yeah, man, N and everything. It's so awesome.
And
Black and White is cool. I was addicted to Black and White.
And also it takes place in New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Black and White too, if you're a New Jersey kid like us, you're literally the first town is literally in New Jersey in Black and White too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In New York City from where I live is a 40-minute drive.
Yep. Like I said, like I really love that they're doing this new region, which makes me wonder, is the evolution going to be a dragon type since France has the fairy type when it got introduced?
Dragion.
Yep. And I believe it could happen. That's just one
or
of my
it would be a
predictions.
steel type because it's sword and shield.
Oh, I would go with that too. Like actually I would go with that anyway because they always introduce like two new types. So if they're going back to their traditional tradition, they would just go, here's a dragon, here's a steel type.
That would
Dragon,
be it then. Eevee. No, there's no rock type of Eevee.
not yet.
Yeah, or a ground type either.
Yep. And a lot of people have been wanting the dragon types. And also Big Ben's there too.
Yeah.
I forgot to say that. I was like,
it
oh,
looks awesome. It probably may be the game that finally makes me get the Switch.
Also,
it's only a matter of time before I get it.
Also, the region is called the Gallo region.
Yeah.
Which, interesting name.
Yeah, Galore.
I think does France have anything artsy? Because I don't understand what they came up with that name.
I don't really know. They'll probably explain it a little more in a direct.
I mean, I understand the Alola region, like Aloha. I was like, oh, it's in Hawaii. Like as soon as I heard that, I was like, it's in Hawaii.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for this, and
hopefully there'll be a sword and a stone, and some ancient Pokemon. I bet you're gonna have some sort of Pokemon version of like
Excalibur,
King Arthur legend. Yeah.
Here we go.
Legendary Pokemon. Like legendary Pokemon is like literally like a
Excalibur.
sword that the king pulled out or something.
And then its opposite is shield.
Yeah.
Legendary. Although we had Aggie Slash for that already.
Yeah.
That thing is too overpowered. And then anything else you want to put onto your 2 cents for that?
For Pokemon?
Yeah.
Not really excited about it. Most likely this will be the thing that finally makes me get the Nintendo Switch. So
well, maybe they might have a special edition of that game for the Switch.
Yeah, who knows? I might get it even before then.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was only a matter of time before I got the system, so
it's just Pokemon just went, yep.
Yeah, well, now they're finally coming out with some new games that I haven't played.
Yeah.
I played a lot of the Switch games on the Wii U, so
yeah, if you do get a Switch and you need something to play real bad, Fire Emblem Heroes. Not Fire Emblem Warriors, sorry. Not the mobile game. Play that. That is really fun. If you love Dynasty Warriors. If you love the Hyrule Warrior one, you'll definitely like Fire Emblem, even if you don't know who the characters are.
Yeah, but I guess we'll move on to some other topics before we get into the main topic.
We're going to television movie news. Actually, let's get the tech news out of the way really quick.
Okay.
Samsung is no longer making Blu-ray players.
Which pretty much means, I mean, it's happening. Death of physical media.
Yep.
If Samsung is not making Blu-ray players, they are the top dog right now at making optical media players.
Yep.
I also read that the Consumer Electronics Show only had 3 new brand optical media players on display.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, you want to hear something really interesting I found out recently? Because I was looking into Apple a little bit. I found out because Apple's making so much less money on iPhones this year that they're looking to cut costs on something. So there might be cutting. They're cannibalizing. They're going to probably cut costs on Apple TV, believe it or not.
Well, speaking of that, Samsung and Apple did a partnership, and new Samsung TVs going forward will have access to AirPlay as well as iTunes.
That's where I was about to go to, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it makes sense. I mean, you make money off of your iTunes stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So why not? I mean, seriously, I mean, it saves you money, and if you do it like a subscription-based stuff, like especially if, like, since Apple is looking into getting an original content now, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially if they want to pay a fee or something like a Netflix fee. So like it would make sense right there.
I still like my Blu-rays. I'll continue buying them until they're not sold anymore.
Yeah, I do like that. And sometimes I like to get something cheap off digital if I want to, you know, have it, you know?
Yeah.
Like some of the movies that are right now at the Oscars that they're on sale right now.
Cool.
Just an example. I'm not trying to get the Oscars in there.
You're like Spider-Verse 1. That's all that mattered.
Yeah, Spider-Verse 1. Also, well, I guess we'll just segue. And Black Panther won three awards.
Yeah.
But Infinity Wars didn't.
Yeah.
And Marvel fans are mad about that, but I'm like, I didn't want to watch First Man, so I'm going to pull myself away from there because I'm a reserved human being.
Yeah, I don't get why people get so enraged.
Yeah.
So much rage, but anyway. Speaking of rage, Rotten Tomatoes is no longer going to allow you to review a movie before the movie comes out.
Yep, that's because of Marvel.
Finally.
Not Marvel, I meant that was because
it's because of a lot of things, Kyle.
Yeah.
Like it's like bullcrap that people have been like review bombing like any movie that they disagree with. It's like, guys, it's a freaking movie. If you don't like it, just don't go see it then.
Yeah.
Who the hell cares about like why you don't like it?
This is the best way to say it. Let your wallet talk.
Yeah.
Like that's what I tell everybody, but they're like, well, why are you buying a new Call of Duty? It's like, well, I'm not gonna buy a new Call of Duty. What do you do? I'm buying a new Call of Duty. Why? Because all my friends are playing it.
It's one thing to review a movie you don't like, but it's another thing to like give a movie bad reviews when you haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
So this seems like a good move by Rotten Tomatoes just because
it was the same.
Actual professional reviewers have embargoes.
Yeah.
So why should the fans be able to have reviews if the professionals can't review it yet either?
Yeah, I agree. This is the same thing that happened like a year ago, like in November with Pokemon Let's Go. Ever since they're like, well, this ain't the Pokemon game I want. And they're like, guys, relax. This is not made for you.
Yeah, they'll make another game.
And they were like, oh, but we're going to review bomb it. And they were reviewing bombing it on Metacritic too. So, before the game was even coming out. So this is the similar situation, you know?
It's dumb, but I think that's a really good move to at least combat that
negativity.
Yeah, that rage that people have. They're so ready to fight each other over the most like trivial things.
Yeah, they are.
It's so dumb. It's a movie essentially is a product you pay for.
Yeah.
Like, why are you so passionate about it?
Yeah, like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Then
there's a
again, we
lot of
have a whole podcast about media, so who am I to talk?
like, I don't like the ghost. Like, I talk about how much I don't like Ghostbusters, but at least I had the willpower, probably not to watch it, but one of these days I probably will watch it just to see.
You talk about it a little too much not to watch it, Kyle.
Yeah, yeah, but it's more the behind the scenes that pisses me off more. You know, like they
Yeah.
don't know when it's like it's done, it's over with. Stop talking about it 3 years later. And
Anyway,
I'm talking about the director, the
yeah.
people
Well,
working.
moving on.
Yep.
So Marvel is not going to release any more movies after Endgame because it's called Endgame.
Yep.
Oh wait, they're just not going to announce anything for a while.
They're not going to do like the phase plan where they're like, here's a whole movie sleuth for the next 5 years.
Granted, when Marvel did that, they did release all those movies except one.
Yep, Inhuman.
And unlike DC, who's like, we're going to come out with all these movies. It's like,
Cyborg! Okay. Y'all know you want a Cyborg movie.
That's happening, right?
Yep.
Like, no.
No, Ray Fisher even said, yeah, my movie's not happening.
Yeah.
They're right now in the middle of restructuring their movie division, their movie DC division.
Yeah.
Like they're in the right moves right now. But like with Marvel, like if you remembered, like also during that time, they're like, well, we got the Sony deal. So we're going to pin that right after Guardians of the Galaxy right here in July.
Yeah.
Where Spider-Man's usually good at during those times anyway.
I mean, Spider-Man is pretty much good wherever you place it.
And then the same thing with Ant-Man and the Wasp. So it's like that was actually a good move for Marvel, actually, if you think about it. After like that heart-wrenching ending, and you're like, that movie was supposed to be like the feel-good, and then all of a sudden it reminds you MCU.
Yeah. It is interesting. I'm kind of happy though. We don't really know what they're going to be doing for the next phase for a while. I'm sure there will be something else they're building towards.
Yep.
And maybe we won't know until the next Avengers comes out,
or
like
maybe
after Endgame. Like there'll be like a end credit tease where it's just like, oh, this is going to be the next Infinity War thing.
It's like all of a sudden Nihilus comes out of nowhere.
Maybe Galactus.
Or the Celestials.
Yeah.
Actually,
they're making Eternals. We know they're making Eternals and Black Widow.
Yep. And Black Widow's been confirmed not to be rated R.
Which is duh.
Duh. Yeah. Also, before I forget this, we could hear something pretty soon from because Brazil just approved the deal for the Fox Marvel deal. The merger. Yeah, Brazil was one of the people that had to approve it. Apparently, I was like, what?
Really? Huh? That's weird.
Well, they are big. They're kind of a slightly big country.
They are a pretty big country. I guess it makes sense. This is a worldwide deal with.
And don't forget they have Comic-Con over there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of subsidiaries. I'm sure a lot of countries had to approve it for this thing to actually function.
So it's like one step closer, which Marvel could be like when Marvel and DC go, they'll be like, this is what they're going to do. With the Fox and Disney merger now completed, we have plans for the future. Give us Fantastic Four. We said plans for the future.
I don't think we're going to hear anything about X-Men or Fantastic Four at least until probably like 2022.
Yeah. Like, I'm just saying plans for the future as something big, but telling them, hey, we have plans,
Yeah.
So, like, that, it's a big acquisition,
Yeah. It's like the biggest act. Well, actually, I think that AT&T Time Warner one might be bigger, but...
I mean, you're buying one of those, you're also buying DC Comics.
I don't like these like mega media companies being a thing.
Yeah.
I wish Fox was still independent from Disney because like everybody's like, well, we're getting like X-Men and like Marvel at like Disney, and it's like, yeah, that's great, but we're also going to just like lose like a movie company that was making movies for like over 100 years.
Yeah.
And Disney is going to be able to be like, well, we own everything. So you guys want to watch this like Disney Plus thing? Yeah, it's going to be like $19.99 a month. And you'll pay it because we're Disney. What else are you gonna watch? NBC?
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Speaking now, that's like the perfect segue actually into the next one.
All right.
Oh yeah, forgot to mention this. That actually, I forgot to tell you this in like what I said. So Kevin Smith just started shooting the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, and he did something really cool.
What's that?
He did a Stan Lee tribute in his movie at Brody's Secret Stash, and Stan Lee's original T-shirt, his sweater from Mallrats, and his sunglasses hanged at the memorial.
Is this a movie or a TV show?
No, this is a movie.
Okay.
This is pretty much Jay and Silent Bob the sequel. Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back the sequel.
Right.
So I'm like, that's nice. That's really nice. He was gonna be like the central part of that whole movie because him and Kevin Smith were really tight. He always asked him, "Hey, when we're gonna make another movie together, Kevin? Come on."
Yeah.
And, that guy wanted to act. So yeah, go like, but
That's
cool. It's nice. It's a really heartfelt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll probably watch that movie of Kevin Smith's.
Yeah. I mean, it's Jay and Silent Bob. I mean,
yeah, his more recent work has been strange, but
I agree.
I'll probably watch this.
Oh yeah, and then one more thing before we go on the topic, I forgot because we were talking about Pokemon before because I forgot to mention this. Yeah, so when you were telling me today when you were trying to look up Pokemon,
oh yeah, my struggle of trying to find just the trailer where I type in Pokemon Sword and Shield on YouTube and I just get a bunch of YouTubers reacting to it, and I'm like, I just want the official one. I don't care if Dickbutt123 likes Pokemon Sword and Moon or Sword and Shield. I just want the actual trailer. God damn it, YouTube.
Well, Pokemon Company's been putting kind of like a band on like a ban handler on everything. Like,
good. I should be able to find the freaking trailer for the thing.
Yeah, so like some of them were like, I want to talk about it. I'm fine with people talking about your reaction. I just don't want to see your reaction.
If they talk about it, I get it. But this is probably a YouTube search problem. Yeah. The official thing should come up first.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And then all the people that want to talk about it underneath it. It's such a stupid first world problem I'm talking about, but still, it was just annoying.
YouTube's been going through a lot of problems, apparently.
It was just annoying seeing all those stupid thumbnails of people making their dumb, like, shocked face about Pokemon. And I'm I just want the actual trailer.
This is me if I do a react fiction Pokemon.
There was a ton of those. There are a ton of these. There are a ton of these.
At least this is like, it shows curiosity. You know what I mean? It's not like,
yeah, there's a ton of those.
I'm not surprised. But yeah, like the Pokemon Company has been like putting a ban hammer on everything. I like this. I hate reaction videos because like, oh my god, like the only time I would love to do a react video, the only time I would have to do a react video, and this is like a live react video, would be when Joker got announced, because I did not suspect that. My brain blew up. My mouth was dropped. It was one of those times. That's the only time I would make one. But anything like that, it's annoying. I agree. It's annoying.
I'll make a react video right now to this bottle of water.
Like, yeah, I get it.
That's some good water.
Yeah. What would you review on that water?
It's good water. After all, water is what the lions drink. So, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on to our
topic.
Our main topic, clickbait topic. No. We both, well, Kyle beat it a couple weeks ago, but I finally beat it.
By the way, spoiler alert, everyone, spoiler alerts. If you are at this part of the video, please leave now if you did not finish Kingdom Hearts.
We will be talking about every spoiler, like when Goofy dies and when Sora dies. No, that doesn't happen, but
so like Donald making out with a human being, apparently.
We will be talking all the spoilers, what we liked about the game and everything. So,
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts 3, a game we all have been waiting for most of our adult lives.
Pretty much, we waited 8 years. Was it 8?
Technically, it was like 5 years
Seven.
when the Dream Drop Distance come out.
I think
2012.
2013, actually.
2013, so 6 years.
Yeah, we waited 6 years for Kingdom Hearts 3. And then the comment section go, we waited 13. Whoa there, comment section. Before you react.
That's why I said most of our adult lives for this game, even though this is technically Kingdom Hearts 10. But who's counting? Nobody. But Kyle, what did you think of Kingdom Hearts 3?
I think it's a great way to end a saga. Even though you had to play a lot of other stuff to get to there that people don't consider canon, or like they keep saying, we want a number sequel, but then you have all this other crap that's really important.
I would say the most important games for Kingdom Hearts are probably number 1.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Chain of Memories.
Yeah.
Number 2, Birth by Sleep and
Yep.
Dream Drop Distance.
Yep.
I think you could skip Chain of Memories. Birth by Sleep is definitely a must play, though. At least 1, 2, 3, and Birth by Sleep are definitely must plays for
Especially
3.
if you want to find out who the is Xehanort.
And who the heck is Aqua? Who the heck is Terra? Who the heck is Ventus?
And
all those people.
And the convoluted storyline that started it all.
Yeah.
And then and I do love, no, you're not playing Kingdom Hearts 3. You're playing Kingdom Hearts 2.9.
I will say, yeah, that was pretty funny at the beginning, but then it finally goes to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
This game definitely ties up every single loose end from all the other games, which is insane.
Yep.
Even Kingdom Hearts 3 over 5 days, even Recoded, all that stuff gets tied up in this game finally.
The best way I could sum this game up to anybody, if you played Metal Gear Solid, it's the Kingdom Hearts, it's the Metal Gear Solid. Kingdom Hearts 3 is the Metal Gear Solid 4 of video games.
It definitely is a finale
of its franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry.
It's a finale.
Because you gotta know everything. I played I started Metal Gear Solid 4 and I still understood everything, which is crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it's accessible.
Yeah. I really like this game. I had a lot of fun playing this.
That Unreal Engine.
I even got the Platinum Trophy in this game.
I'm still going to work on that.
I think it's my favorite Kingdom Hearts game made. It's really fun. I love how all the Keyblades can change forms. I think all the worlds, there's not one world in this game that I was kind of like, oh, this sucks.
No.
I liked every world in this game. Even the mini games were pretty fun in this game. But yeah, it's hard to say exactly, because they originally said this game was supposed to be 80 hours if you do everything, but I got everything done in 65 hours.
Yeah,
I even got the ultimate gummy ship and all that stuff. So
yeah, this game is amazing. I love how it starts you off in the Arceus level, somewhere familiar, and you get dropped in there, and Sora lost all of his powers, so it feels, and it's because of Dream Drop Distance, so it makes sense that he's trying to regain all of his powers again.
You just want to go world by world?
Yeah, let's go world by world.
Okay, so Hercules world.
Fun.
Real fun. Pretty cool.
Phil was silent in that game.
Yeah, only Herc and Meg and Zeus talk, but you do see Hades, of course. You do see some of the other gods.
I did find out why.
Why?
Because the Japanese actor who played Phil in the Japanese version of Hercules passed away, and usually they have this tradition of if he's gone, he's gone. We're not going to replace him unless it's the son. Because the same thing happened with the Japanese actor of Xehanort too, and our Xehanort. Yeah.
So, we'll get to Xehanort's new voice because there's something kind of weird about it. But
we got some. We'll talk about it later. But I'm just saying that out loud, just because. Anyway, just to get that point. Usually, because I'm trying to get to the point with why it makes sense. So they didn't bother replacing him. That's why it affected the localization.
Yeah.
But the reason they replaced Xehanort's voice actor was because he was the son of the voice actor.
Right.
So it's more like you're honoring your father.
Yeah.
So that they were fine with that. All right. But yeah, Hercules Levels is fun. His Keyblade is fun too.
Yeah, it's like a cool lightning storm Keyblade that summons a chariot with Pegasus, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I really like this level with the vertical nature of it, climbing Mount Olympus. It's really cool.
That was kind of like the theme of the level. Like if you look at every world, it had like a little bit of a theme going on.
Yeah. So I guess the next world would be, well, technically you could do them in a different order, but I want to say the next world was the Tangled world.
I did Toy Story first.
Okay, let's do Toy Story first then.
I did Toy Story first because I love Toy Story. Like I love that world. Actually, we could talk about after we get done with all the Disney World, we should talk about maybe one of two original worlds they did so far. Yeah. Like rematch. We'll talk about those real quick because they had Disney-ish stuff in it anyway.
Right, because technically the next world was Twilight Town.
Yeah.
So Twilight Town was. We could talk about Twilight Town real quick.
That's really quick. Yeah.
Yeah, Twilight Town. I mean,
beautiful.
Great looking world, always in sunset. Kind of one of my favorite spots to just kind of go to and just like save my game there.
Yeah.
Walk around a little bit. I usually, would go there to make the recipes. You could do it from the save menu too, because there's Ratatouille.
Yep. You can go underground to get to the other side to get to the mansion.
Yeah.
The world looks great. And plus, like between that and Unreal and Hercules, you could definitely tell that with the Unreal Engine, they picked the right engine because it switches up the style so easily. Yeah, we'll talk about like each style, how they change throughout the graphics between each world. So it'd be like a great idea to give you an idea of like how good this engine is. But
I mean, Sora controls great. The flow motion.
Yeah,
it's there.
Are great.
It pretty much incorporates every single combo system from the other games, more or less.
There's only one problem I had with Twilight Town, though. You really didn't get to see all of it in that style, in that new engine.
Yeah, it was the smallest world.
Yeah.
You didn't even get to go inside the mansion.
Yeah,
you just only go into the front, and that's it.
Someone was telling me, like, I don't care. I'm like, it's a town. Like, you've seen all this other stuff. You should be able to explore everything you saw before. I would love to explore this. Plus, you could add secrets in there.
Yeah. There's only 10 lucky emblems, I think, in Twilight Town. Maybe less than that.
Less than 10. I actually got them all, and they're really easy to find.
Yeah.
But
you meet the rat from Ratatouille in Twilight Town, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Little chef.
Yep.
And
so that's proof that Ratatouille does not take place in Paris. It takes place in Twilight Town.
Yeah, confirmed.
Yep.
But Huey, Dewey, and Louie finally have voices in Kingdom Hearts, as well as Uncle Scrooge, who sounds a little off just because I know it's a different voice actor.
It might be David Tennant.
No, it's not David Tennant. Huey, Dewey, and Louie had their original voices, and then they had somebody try to do the original Uncle Scrooge voice, which got the job done. But it's kind of like something sounds off about Uncle Scrooge. I mean, they might as well have just gone with the new DuckTales designs, but they probably couldn't just because they're like, well, we made these games back in 2002, so we gotta keep with
at least the voice. At least keep the voice. I was gonna be fine if they got the voice for David Tennant for Uncle Scrooge. That would have been so good.
His Uncle Scrooge sounds pretty different than the original Uncle Scrooge.
Yeah, but it's that's Uncle Scrooge. Yeah, not on the spot, but the mannerisms and everything.
Yeah, but you get to meet Roxas's friends, whatever their names are.
Oh, you mean their friends?
Right, because Roxas's friends are from the other. God, Kingdom Hearts is complicated. Anyway,
thanks, Square Enix.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts bullshit happens, you know. So next world, Toy Story.
Yep, let's go to Toy Story.
Which is kind of like, this is like the first world where I was like, kind of like, wow, this looks exactly like the movie.
Oh yeah, no, this is the same. I was just like, and they got they got the guy who played Ham and Rex to reprise their roles.
I guess they could get Tim Allen and Tom Hanks.
You know, Tim Allen's too busy doing that show on Fox right now.
Yeah, but the guys who got to do Woody and Buzz, they sounded pretty good, especially Buzz.
Yeah,
I almost couldn't tell that wasn't. At first, I was like, was that Tim Allen?
But, yeah, no, Buzz, yeah, but Woody was sometimes like, it seems really off, like, especially when Woody tells young Xehanort to pretty much go, I hate to use this word, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, I love that you get to explore the mall and everything. And they even put an Easter egg from Toy Story into that mall, too, in the parking lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. It's cool that both Woody and Buzz join your party.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about switching anybody out.
We get introduced to their version of Final Fantasy in the Toy Story world.
Vermin Rex. You know, here's something really funny. You know what Vermin Rex actually is?
You said something like King something, right?
Well, no, in Latin it stands for the true king. But you want to know what it's actually parodying?
What's that?
The original Final Fantasy 13 verses.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you look at everything, it starts making sense. And, like, I was, like, he was, like,
pretty much. That kid looks like Noxus.
Yes, he even admits it, like, yes, that is pretty much Noxus. Yeah. And now I can understand every Final Fantasy person going, make this game. This looks incredible.
Well, there's that mini game you get to play in a Vermin Rex, which is not what you would think. It's just like robot fighting.
Yeah. It's
14 million points. What? But
yeah, no, I'm enjoying that game.
Pretty cool. You get a little Final Fantasy reference with the cactar that you get to climb up. Really cool.
Yeah, I gotta take a picture of that too. I was like, duh.
No, and one thing I like about this game is like each level kind of has like some organization people show up. You don't get to fight them just yet, but we'll talk about when you actually do get to fight them.
They're just they were like, I don't have time for you.
Yeah. So I guess Toy Story World, pretty awesome. Next world would be Tangled World.
Tangled World. God, I love that. Tangled World was so beautiful.
Yeah, and not only that, but like Tangled World recreated scenes from the movie, which was like, wow.
Yeah,
crazy.
Like, here's the thing. Like, when you see Toy Story, it looks like a Pixar film. You look like everything, you feel like you're in a toy perspective. Then when you go to Tangled's World, everything just looks so beautiful, lighting everywhere.
Yeah.
Like you could definitely tell. Like, sometimes you could definitely tell by their dead beating eyes that are like that. Yeah, this is the game. Like, only when it's in game. It's only in game. But when it comes down to the cutscenes, though,
they look good. It's pretty fun. You get Flynn and Rapunzel in your party. I think you should have had the horse in your party permanently too. But
I agree. The horse. I feel like the horse was the star of that movie.
Yeah, the horse is pretty hilarious.
I wanted
Maximus.
I want to see Maximus punch Donald in the gut. Why?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't heal me all the time.
Really big world too. You go totally through the forest and even into the kingdom.
You know why they made that world? Not because when you get to the kingdom part, they wanted to put as many people in there to show how good that engine can do.
Yeah.
Like I said, you'll notice a theme with all these things. Like, they take advantage of everything.
Yeah, but Tangle World, pretty awesome.
Loved it.
I guess next would be Monsters Incorporated World, which once again, it's like, this is like, wow, this is the movie.
Oh yeah, and like I said, when they do that, like,
it's kind of the sequel to the movie in some ways.
It is
funny.
This is a sequel everybody wants. Like, people want it, and they're like, no, not Monster University.
They didn't have. I was really hoping, in Monsters Inc., that one lady that works behind the counter.
Yes.
Yeah, I was hoping she would be in the game, like sort of Donald Goofy walk up to like the monster building.
Hello there.
She's like, hello.
I would love it if that was her, like, over the the intermission. She's like, we got a coke can alert. Like, you gotta get evacuation. Everything's on fire. Like,
yeah. but I guess she went back to because she turned out to be like a secret agent or something.
Yeah.
But you fought Randall.
Well, no, that's what I'm talking about. She was being the agent, like the deployer and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Randall came back, and apparently he was almost turned into alligator shoes or a wallet.
Yeah, and throughout the game, you get little glimpses of Pete and Maleficent looking for like some box.
The black box, which is apparently everyone thought they were like, hey, we can still take this box. No, put it down. That is Pandora's box.
Oh yeah, in the Olympus level, they found Pandora's box, and Pete's like, you sure? It looks like it's important. Maleficent's like, we don't need that junk. Let's go.
Yeah, sorry, we're going back and forth. We're just remembering things as we come along.
Yeah. Surfing on the doors was pretty fun.
Oh yeah, no, I love that. Being a monster is cool too.
Yeah, probably. I like how Sora changes appearance a few times in Kingdom Hearts 3. I think all three of his alternate appearances are pretty cool too. There wasn't one that like I just thought was like lame, like in the original Kingdom Hearts, where it's like, oh, I hate being the mermaid Sora.
That's the one thing I gotta say. Except for Kingdom Hearts 2, because that was the musical. At least I didn't have to move you around all the time.
Yeah, so.
But but Sora, believe it or not, Sora's monster form was a reference to his original form.
Oh, cool.
Like he was supposed to be a humanoid lion.
Oh wow.
With a tail and everything.
Interesting.
Yeah, and he was supposed to have, I think, black hair too. I went back, I was like watching some stuff about like on Did You Know Game, and I was like, huh, neat. And it's funny because this whole thing started as an elevator pitch meeting.
Yeah.
So
I guess the next world was 100 Acre World.
Before we go to the next world, I think my favorite part of Monsters Incorporated in a scene is when Mike, Sully and Mike, now I remember their name. Sully and Mike literally throw Vanitas, who is, they throw
him into the door and then throw that door into a door.
And then another door into a door, and they're like, boop.
And then grind it up.
It's like, I was like, why did you not just grind it up in the first place? Oh, wait, now I remember. He just looked over everywhere. I was like, never mind.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So next world, which kind of is a micro world,
I was glad.
World.
I am glad it was a micro world.
Yeah.
I am glad because I really did not like going back and forth between doing the Winnie the Pooh world in both Kingdom Hearts 2. I was like, okay, alrighty. But that was really quick.
Let me tell you, one thing that like I like the world, but one thing that was super annoying. As far as I can tell, if you're trying to make every single recipe in the game, 100 Acre Wood is the only place you can get honey, and it's a bitch to get because you have to play this one mini game, and it's not even a hard mini game, but it takes a long time, and you have to get a certain amount of score to get the honey, and then you only get one. I was like, oh man, like that was when I was like, you know what, screw this. If I fail making the excellent recipe, I'm just gonna like reload my game and then try to make the recipe again as an excellent.
That's kind of like what I did with the Orichalcum Plus, where there's a random chance of getting it, so I just did it over and over again.
Oh, with the mailbox.
Yeah.
That actually was easier just because if you kept buying a potion from the Moogle in Twilight Town, you had a chance of just getting a postcard.
Yeah, but like I said, I beat it in one sitting. I was happy. Got all the emblems, all 3 emblems in there in one sitting. I was like, I'm happy. I'm glad they made it short.
Yeah.
I hated collecting the missing pages. And Pooh misses Sora. And we're missing Owl and Eeyore.
Yeah, you're right. But we had that elephant.
Yep. Can't remember the elephant's name at all.
No. Gopher was in there. Roo was in there.
Yep.
Rabbit, who I think that was Tom Kenny doing Rabbit, because I was like, this Rabbit sounds like SpongeBob sometimes.
I think so. I think so too.
But anyway, moving on. The next world was the Frozen World, which once again recreated a bunch of scenes from the movie.
And Donald, Goofy, and Sora were there the whole time.
Which is funny because in this world, it was like one of the few times they just recreated scenes from the movie and they weren't there. Like they just have Elsa like sing the whole "Let It Go" song.
Like if you actually watch this scene, you're just like, am I really watching Frozen?
Yeah,
Like seriously, if I was sitting down and someone who was a Disney nut saw me play this and go and just saw, what are you? Hey, what are you watching? Frozen? Oh, you're playing Kingdom Hearts. Never mind. After the
yeah.
song is over, or seeing Donald and Goofy and Sora out of nowhere.
This world, I kind of wish there was more in this world. It's kind of just like a snowy mountain.
It's a desolate, snowy world. It's a snowpocalypse in there.
You don't even get to go into Elsa's like ice castle.
Which is the sad part.
There's that labyrinth you go in.
Yeah,
fine.
Got all the emblems in that area too.
Yeah, it was annoying. It's one of the only places in the game because I'm an idiot and got the platinum trophy. There's an item called the Hungry Gem that is dropped by this one enemy in that area that it's like really rare for it to drop it. So I spent a lot of time in that area just like beating up ice dragons to get a Hungry Gem.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, now I guess the next world, which the last two worlds probably are like the craziest worlds.
Probably the best one.
I think this one, this might be my favorite world in Kingdom Hearts 3 is the Pirates of the Caribbean world.
Yeah, and this will show off how good the Unreal Engine can really get.
They change, like, this is one where, like, you know, you get a new appearance and, you know, Donald and Goofy get a little more realistic texture on them.
Johnny Depp looks amazing.
Yeah, he really does. Even, like, Orlando Bloom and whoever played Elizabeth, Keira Knightley, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Davy Jones looks great.
Oh, yeah, no, he looks exactly like from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yeah.
I guess we missed some things in between Dream Drop Distance and this, though.
Yeah, because it's like straight up the third movie.
Yes. Hey, Sora.
But this world is huge. You get your own pirate ship, which is awesome.
And we call it the Leviathan.
Yeah.
Which is A-okay on my book.
Yeah, really cool. Exploring the islands. You get the swim ability in this, but, you know, it's not annoying to use. But spent a lot of time in this world. I just had a lot of fun, like, exploring all the different islands and stuff. I really like it.
I do, too. It's like, it's fun. The sailing reminds me of Assassin's Creed Black Flag a little bit.
Yeah, I heard that.
Like, if you love the sailing and exploring of islands, you should definitely get Black Flags for us.
Yeah.
Insert promotional, not unselfish. No, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, your check from Ubisoft is in the mail. I just got a text.
Oh, but I just got $7. Thanks, Ubisoft.
But Pirates of the Caribbean level, awesome. And then the next level, Big Hero 6.
That's my favorite level.
I think this level is great. However, there's one like flaw to this level. If you're exploring this level, do not ever explore this level in the daytime because it's boring as shit. You have to explore it at night.
I would recommend the only time if you're gonna explore it, ever explore in the daytime, I would recommend it just to look for emblems.
Yeah, but you know, I like having the enemies on the world to fight. It breaks up the action because I was exploring it in the daytime and I was hating it. And then when I realized like, oh, I can go to nighttime and like there's enemies, it was way better. And better music too at night.
I'm definitely like gonna go in there at night, like when I'm gonna go and try to get more treasures out of there. But like I said, I would recommend it for like if you're trying to get done with all the lucky emblems, I would just be like, hey, get it at this, you know what I'm saying? Get it at daytime.
Yeah, pretty fun mini game on that level.
It's also it's a sequel. This level.
Yeah, it is. It takes place after the movie.
Yeah, so watch the movie. I recommend it. Also, it is the only it's also the only level that's actually Marvel.
Yeah, technically.
Marvel-ish. Yeah. And everyone's gonna type in like we did have a chat. That's not Marvel. Whoa. Let me explain this. Big Hero 6 was a property of Marvel. Baymax was made by Marvel.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, go look it up right now. Comment section.
But I guess that covers all the Disney worlds, and then Final World, Keyblade Graveyard.
Oh, and don't forget the Dark World. Once in a while, we go into.
That's true. We briefly go into the Dark World to save Aqua.
And God, it was not. She did not get Zorded.
Yeah, at first, yeah, I thought when you saw that trailer, she got possessed by Xehanort, but it was just like more like she just got, you know, darkness.
Consumed by it. Good. Let the darkness consume you. Dark Sidious would be proud.
Yeah, but I guess technically we have one other world too, because there's the world of darkness where you fight Aqua. Then there's the world where Ventus is.
Castle Oblivion to the world that I can't remember the name for. Oh, the Departed Lands.
Yeah. So there's that. There's like those two worlds. You can't return to those, and then you finally go to the Keyblade Graveyard, which I kind of like this because it's just like a boss gauntlet.
Yeah, no, it is. And also at the beginning, you're just like, I'm gonna summon the roller coaster from Disney World. Boom, 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 boom. Like at the beginning, I was enjoying that so much.
I mean, Xehanort straight up kind of. Well, actually, let's talk about the boss gauntlet first. We actually get to fight every member of Organization 13 in this game.
Yep.
Which I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah. And it's not just like one at a time. They're like, let's gang up and stuff.
Yeah, we fight them in like teams, and each one kind of has their own like little death when you defeat them, which I really liked. I was like, all right, cool. I feel like I'm making progress here. You know, I'm taking out the baddies.
Yep.
Xehanort straight up kills Kari or Kyrie.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh shit. And then you get into the battle with him, and I would say it's not as epic as the battle with Xemnas. However, I think it's cooler just because you're just fighting him. And he doesn't have like any weird ass form. He has his like armored form and then his like regular form.
Yeah, it's just purely him. But
and you're with Donald and Goofy too, which is cool because like, you know, they're like, sorry, we do this as a team, and I'm like, all right, this is cool. I like this.
It's like this. We got this together. We're going in together.
Yeah, I really like that. That it ends with you fighting with Donald and Goofy.
And don't forget, Yen Sid said, "With Donald and Goofy here, we could have, I think, 8 or 9. I can't remember. It was
9
like
Guardians.
9 Guardians, which he was like acknowledging them, which is cool. You don't have Keyblade, but you have the heart of a Keyblade wielder.
Yeah, but the area you fight Xehanort in is pretty interesting too.
It's the original world. It's the original world.
Inside of Kingdom Hearts when you fight him.
Yeah.
And of course, Xehanort, you know, had to have one of those things where it's just like, yeah, he's not actually straight up evil. He's trying to make the world back to its original form because he says there's too much darkness and he needs to restart the worlds
by becoming darkness.
Yeah, which is like, okay, like
that sounds like some Darth Vader bullshit right there.
Yeah, we get Mark Hamill at the very end.
And Drake Bell.
Yeah.
That's actually who plays young I can't remember his name.
Xehanort?
No, not Xehanort, the other guy.
Ericus.
Young Ericus is played by Drake Bell.
Right. So Xehanort had a new voice in this game.
Yeah.
And did you notice whoever was playing him clearly had some sort of accent sometimes?
I looked him up, believe it or not, and he's definitely an old guy. I could tell you that. He's a veteran, not a voice actor veteran, but an actor veteran.
Yeah, he had some sort of accent going on once in a while when he'd start talking. Because I was like, he almost sounds like the way I remember Xehanort sounding, but
he has that wisdom voice. Like,
yeah, once in a while he's just like, I had this weird like accent that I can't do, but it almost sounded like he was like Irish or something.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to look him up right now.
For the most part, though.
Rugged Holt or whatever his name is. Yeah,
it's like Scottish or something. Hear this weird
Norwegian.
Oh, okay, Norway.
No, he's from Netherlands. Sorry.
Okay, so he's Dutch.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking him up right now and seeing what other things he's done.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter, Kyle. He sounded a little off sometimes. You think like they could have had somebody that could approximate Leonard Nimoy a little better.
Dude, he was on Blade Runner apparently.
No, okay.
Yeah. So okay, that's all I just need to know. Like,
yeah,
any movie I know, you know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, Leonard Nimoy. But that was because Leonard Nimoy died during production of this game.
Yeah.
Or he passed away right before, like, they had to reset everything, so they couldn't get everything. Like, hilariously, one of my friends was like, "Oh, they did all the recordings before," and I was like, "Yeah, Donald and Goofy did all their recording. They probably got it all done. Now they just had to develop the game."
Yeah, but I'm sure a lot of people had to come back to re-record stuff.
Yeah, so like, it would not have been surprising if they had to get a new voice for
whoever does Donald the Duck. I want to say, like, the older he is, it seems like harder and harder to understand Donald now.
Well, we need to replace Donald Duck with somebody new and sexy, younger.
Yeah.
Don Cheeto.
Yeah.
Come on.
Whoever does Goofy, though, is, like, perfect.
Yeah.
like, all the time.
Don Cheeto, he already did it. He already did it once. Why not?
Yeah. But, yeah, final fight, pretty awesome. And then, let's talk about these scenes at the end, Kyle.
Well, we
hooks.
Well, we found out, like, one of the guys from Organization 13, the new Organization 13, and the old one.
Well, before we get into that, everything seems like it ends happy except for Sora.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kyrie's dead, but they tell him, like, "Yo, listen, Kyrie's probably still alive because Kingdom Hearts." And then Sora's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go look for her because I have the power of waking." And I guess Sora could just, like, travel between worlds because he can, like, travel through people's hearts or something like that. So he's like, "I'm going to look for Kyrie by myself," because that's what all good anime characters do at the end of their anime story, is go off on their own to look for somebody.
Hilariously, though, if you think about it, it has the same ending. This game has the same ending as Final Fantasy VIII, if you think about it.
It's been a long time since I played Final Fantasy VIII.
The best way to say it is, like, you find out that Squall is the guy who, like, pretty much, like, initiates the ideas of, like, of seed into the head, timey-wimey stuff, and then doesn't exist anymore.
Nah.
Like, pretty much, like,
same ending as Final Fantasy X.
No, Final Fantasy X is a little different.
I guess it's a little different.
No, everybody does not remember. Everybody remembers Titus. Yeah. Nobody remembers him, Squall, because only Renoa remembers Squall. That's it. Everybody else, it's like a giant reset button.
So anyway, Sora goes off on his own to find Kyrie, and everybody else just kind of goes back to life as normal. Yeah. And then we get the sequel hook scenes. So first one is, which you know more about these people than I do. Well, people in animal masks. So get into it.
They are the original. They are the Keyblade Masters, the originators of the Keyblade Masters from the Masters of Masters. Yes, I'm going to go into convoluted sayings right now.
Right. So these are the original Keyblade wielders, the original masters, the people that initially fought in the Keyblade war with, like, all the different Keyblade factions in that weird mobile game.
Yep. And also there's a movie that can catch you up pretty quickly on what's going on.
Yeah, on Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
Yeah. So, but the point is like, one of the apprentices always wore a hood, so you never got to see what he looked like.
Yeah.
So he gathers everybody, and he also has the black box that Maleficent and Pete were looking for.
Yeah, which we have no idea what that is.
We still don't have any idea what this thing is, and it would play such an importance in Kingdom Hearts 3. But that's one of the loose ends from the Xehanort side.
Yeah, it's the only loose end, honestly, in the entire game. It's like Pete and Maleficent are looking for that black box. We have no idea why or what it does.
Yeah. So anyway, the Master of Masters, you find, like, the layman's term is, the Master of Masters sends this one character named Lushu. Lulu. I can't even say his name.
It's anyway, Lushu.
So he sends Lushu out to train an apprentice, and he gets a Keyblade from him, which is No Name, which is the Keyblade that Xehanort wields. So what he does is what he tries to do, and anyway, this Keyblade special, I'm just getting into the lore with this, okay?
Yeah, whatever. The Keyblade special has the eyeball in it. One of the members
Master sees the future, so he sends it off. That's the the Book of Omens, which is the prophecy, which tells of what's going to happen. So the prophecy hasn't been completed yet, pretty much. But anyway,
go on.
It goes to Apprentice to Xehanort, and then the reveal happens where you find out Brigadier, the guy who uses the guns, is actually the reincarnation of Lucio.
Yeah, or he just is Lucio and he looks different or something.
He is. That he's more of a reincarnation. He has a different form. That's what they're considering right now.
And all the other masters wearing the animal masks are apparently still alive somehow? Or
yes, they're still alive.
Like, summon them?
He just summoned them and they're still alive.
Okay. So that happens. That gives you the little sequel hook to Kingdom Hearts 4, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
And then if you get all the lucky emblems.
He also gets the no-name Keyblade, which he kind of been hinting throughout the entire game.
Right, because he told Xehanort, like, listen, I'll help you do whatever the hell you're trying to do if you give me that Keyblade.
Yeah, and also, it would have been better if I had that Keyblade.
And Xehanort is just like, sounds logical, Captain. But no, not really.
If you get all the lucky emblems, or depending on your difficulty, I'm not going to go through all of them. You can go online, right? You can go online, figure that out.
Get all the lucky emblems, you get the secret ending. And the secret ending is weird and kind of interesting because Sora and Riku end up straight up in Tokyo. Now, at first, you knew a little more about this than I did because I was like, what the hell? Are they like in the real world now? What's going on? And then you want to fill us in on what you think's going on?
I think what's going to happen is that we're going to go through some parody Square Enix worlds in the next game.
That'll be pretty cool.
Because
I like that idea a lot.
Remember when we talked about, remember before when we talked about this Toy Story world? Remember that commercial we were talking about Vermin Rex? Well, you see your Sora, the main character for that game, in that world.
Listen, it is confusing though because that guy looks almost exactly like Riku. So at first I was like, why does Riku have two different colored eyes? And then Kyle's like, no, that's a different guy. That's not Riku.
You already met him already. You already seen him. You already met him. And it's like, wait, what? And all of a sudden,
but it's an interesting scene. They wake up. They're like literally in straight up Tokyo.
And if you look around the background, if you're a big World's End With You fan, this is the same Tokyo as World Ends With You as well. Yeah.
So I guess we'll find out whenever Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out.
Yeah. Also, we don't know if this is the Master of Masters doing this.
I think it's Kairi.
I agree.
I think it's Kairi in that black cloak. Or, man, it's going to be something else. It's her somebody or something like that. Like, instead of nobodies, there's somebodies now.
Or the darkness.
Yeah.
Something like Sora leaves behind. It's like it's darkness. It's like, wait, what? Yeah, we did something messed up. God damn it, Kingdom Hearts. Like, that's pretty much their review. But it's also good. We are going to be getting some DLC for Kingdom Hearts.
Really? We are getting DLC for Kingdom Hearts.
Yep. I don't know what shape or form, but hopefully it's good stuff.
Yeah, I kind of am like, damn, I shouldn't have got to level 99. But, oh well.
Well, you'll be fine.
Yeah. That's cool.
I mean, maybe an arena, maybe sell an arena DLC.
I mean, the battle gates in the post game are kind of like that. There's that super boss at the end of the post game, which, wasn't too hard, to be perfectly honest. But overall, if I was going to rate this game, I'd give it an A+.
I'd give it an A+, and probably a thumbs up as well.
All right. Well,
and I guess that's pretty much it for the review.
Yeah. I guess we might as well finish up the podcast, Kyle. I don't know. What are you watching? What are you playing now?
I've been watching a lot of Japanese television lately.
Okay.
I got into this the mood where I watch a bunch of tokusatsu. So I've been watching Kamen Rider ZO, which is been getting really interesting now because now there's a split timeline. And now there's two versions of this one guy whose name is Waltz. So there's a white Waltz and a black Waltz. The black Waltz serves the Overlord, which the main character is trying to prevent himself from becoming. Because in the future, he's an Overlord dictator. King. I'm not even kidding. And he's such a nice guy. I'm like, there's no way this guy. And then the other guy is serving the second rider who, like, you meet in the first one. And he's like, oh, my savior. And he's trying to get, like, so there's, like, some craziness happening.
Nice.
And, like, and riders from, like, alternate futures are coming in, too.
Sounds pretty crazy, man.
And then I just went on Shout Factory the other day, check out some, some, like, old stuff. And then I found Jetman.
What's Jetman?
Jetman is probably the darkest of Super Sentai. This was actually considered for Power Rangers.
Really?
Yeah. And, dude, that show gets dark. Kids get murdered. Do they come back to life? No. They get murdered. They don't come back to life. Like, the monsters just absorb them, and they're like, yeah, good. A sink murders somebody and sucks them up into the sink, and blood comes out. There's starting to be a love triangle, actually, right now in the show.
Interesting.
And the Black Ranger's a dick. I'm not kidding. He punches. He's like, I don't want to be no part of this. Punches the Red Ranger in the face. He's like, you can't. You're part of Jetman now. You like it or not, there was an accident, and I need your help. And also, the Red Ranger's love interest, like in the first episode, like his fiance, got killed. Like, she gets sucked into the vacuum of space.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty
I'm
crazy.
like watching this. This is like insane.
It's pretty insane.
And then what I've been playing is Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition.
Got the new one.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Also, so far I have seen the scenes where they have the new dialogue in, and so far I still hear Troy Baker's voice. It must be probably further into the game later, I guess. That's probably just me.
Maybe. I know our friend was saying, like, he didn't like the new voice, but we'll see what happens. He also said, which I don't know if you've noticed this, but he said for some reason in the cutscenes they don't play music in this version.
Yeah, that's probably because of the translations. Like, there's some I'm, like, fine with it because, like, sometimes, like, some of the rumblings will overmask the music, so it's got to be something going on. I've been fine with it anyway. Like, I don't really care.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. It's cool.
It is my second favorite Tales game.
Yeah. It's one I maybe will eventually pick up. I do have the original, but at the moment. And for me, I haven't really had a chance to play anything because I literally just beat Kingdom Hearts. So that's what I was playing. Yeah. I was playing Kingdom Hearts, and but I'm not sure what I'm gonna start next, just because Devil May Cry 5 comes out like in a week. So
yeah, right around our birthday week, believe it or not.
Yeah. So I'll probably just be messing around with stuff. Probably, I started playing Dragon Crown Pro a little bit.
I saw you doing that. I was like, I wonder why Chris is going to play another RPG.
Well,
not really an RPG. It's more
not really an RPG, more beat 'em up. But that game's not that long, so I was just messing around with it.
Yeah.
But anyway, and as for what I'm watching, I finished watching Umbrella Academy. It was pretty cool. Ending kind of shocking and awesome. I look forward to seeing where this goes.
It did get renewed for season 2, by the way.
That's good. I'm not as in love with this show as a lot of people are, but I did think it was really good still, though.
Yeah, that's what I liked it. Like, I'm not like in love with it. I just got like into it. Like this is insane. Like, I gotta know more. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it gets very timey-wimey.
Yeah, no, it does. It gets very Doctor Who sometimes.
Yeah, but overall, I really liked it. And
I guess this will be next time on the next episode of Mediaverse Podcast. We'll probably be talking about Umbrella Academy as the next subject.
Unless something else comes up.
Yeah, but most likely we have nothing. It'll be most likely Umbrella Academy.
It might happen, but anyway, I guess close out the show.
Yep.
We've been the Mediaverse podcast. This has been one of our longer episodes. We live stream every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Chris. That's Kyle. If you liked what you saw, please leave a comment or a like or even subscribe. Or if you don't like what you saw, leave a comment.
Leave a dislike. Anything to help.
Yeah, but that's it for the Mediaverse podcast. Have a very good night.
Bye. Signing out. Good night. Good fight.